What's going on, everybody? Scouts311 here, and this is Rome 2 Total War, the newest Total War game. Came out this week, and it's got a little bit of... Basically, I've been waiting till Friday, even though today is Sunday, because they're bringing a patch out. It's got a little things to iron out, and they still got some work to do on it, actually, but it is still fun. I played quite a bit to try to get the hang of it a little bit, of Rome. And now I'm going to mess with the new campaign as well here. So I played as Rome as the Junia, I believe. Yeah. So there's 8 cultures up here. And then, so you have Rome, who it can only be Rome, Carthage, and you can be different factions of them, dynasties. Then they have the Eastern Empires. You can be Parthia or Pontus. I'm going to mispronounce a lot of these names, I know ahead of time. So the Britannic tribes, with the Iceni, I guess. The Gallic tribes, or Gaelic tribes, the Averni, the successor kingdoms, I believe, Macedon and Egypt. Then we have the Germanic tribes, the Suebi, or whatever that is, and then the Greek states, which is the DLC, which is basically, it was free for pre-order. When they actually bring it out, I don't know, it may be out to buy already if you didn't pre-order it, but I'm not sure about that. Sparta, Epirus, and Athens. So these are actually some pretty cool. Athens is pretty cool. Sparta, I don't really know anything about Epirus or how you say it, but Sparta is obviously pretty cool. I was thinking of starting with Sparta, but they have a hard initial challenge. But they are Sparta. Initial challenge, I'm assuming, is where you're starting your first, your first few turns. Rome has an easy initial challenge because you have a lot of land and, good amount of stuff going on. So I'm thinking between the Britannic tribes and the Spartans. Britannic is an easy initial, and I'm assuming you're just going to try to take over the Isle here to start with, and then work your way into Europe. Celtic people who have potential for greatness. So they have a 10% charge bonus for all units when attacking. Moderate diplomatic bonus with all non-barbarian factions. And their negative is 50%, negative 50% to number of battle captives. Okay. And then we got the Greek, we got Sparta, +1 experience rank for Spartan recruits. Let's be Britannic. Let's try the Britannic tribes. It's an easy one, and give me a little way to maybe get into here. It's not easy, it's an easy initial. There's an overall difficulty, which I have at normal right now, but it goes up maybe 3 more from that.
Your people are warriors, but you seek to live in harmony with your kin. The Demeter have chosen to disrupt your peace and bring harm to your people, so stopping them must be your first order of business. The Brigantes are also unreliable and should be dealt with by any means possible. Finally, the Belgic Atrebates leave you little choice but war after their many attempts to settle your lands. However, you share no bad blood with the Damnonii, so they may prove valuable allies when you cross the narrow sea. By the will of Andraste, the Iceni will never yield.
Okay, so Demete, I wasn't listening to what he said, I was reading something. Business, Brigantes and reliable should be dealt with by any means possible. Maybe trust with the war. So there's all war. Basically war. So the Dumini, they may provide allies when we cross the narrow sea. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Control 8 settlements, either by direct ownership or through military allies, is our objective. To begin, 2,500 treasury. Let's look at our actual objectives. That's the first one. We have bonus ones. Make a faction, join your confederation. Maintain 5 naval units. I don't know how long you have to maintain them. Maybe before you get this done, maybe. And then our ultimate is to hold 110 settlements. If we're going for a military victory, these have to be some of them. Then you also have an economic chance for victory and a cultural, based on a whole bunch of different things, which we're not going to really look too much at right now because I want to get going a little bit. Let's see what we got going here. So these guys we are unfriendly with. we are right here, obviously. We're at war with Demete, I didn't say how you pronounce it. Straight to the west of us. These guys are the ones who kind of like us. They're friendly to us, at least. These guys are not that friendly to us at all. And the Caledonians are kind of not really either. We don't really have any friends at all, to be honest. The Carnudes actually like us, but we can't trade with them because we don't have a seaport available. There's no sea route available to trade with them. They're right here. So the one guys that do like us are these guys. They're still on the Isle though. Let's see if we can do anything real quick.
Worthy friend.
See if we can trade with them.
Break bread and
Following the new agreement, a trade.
So we're trading with them, and we are getting 63 treasury gold, whatever you call it, denarii. I just call it treasury. Well, probably gold. 63 gold. I most likely call it gold most of the time. A turn here. So, but we do have to worry about these guys right here. That's who we're gonna worry about. We're at war with them. Okay. So let's see what we got going here for us. We have force-wise, we have our scout.
I live to serve the
Who's a
Britain.
We have
Thirsty for battle.
an army in our main city, and we have an army outside of our city.
Hail to the
What I
mother.
think I'm going to try to do first,
For the tribe. Ready for
how is our public order? We're at +8 turn, which is good. We're losing 7 for taxes, 2 for slaves, 10 to start with for get difficulty level, which is one of the bonuses, playing on normal right off the bat, 4 for military presence. So I'm going to move these guys out to here for now and combine these forces. We don't need these guys in our city, at least for now. A general can't move. So we'll move those guys to that guy and then bring him back here. It's going to take him another turn to get back. We lost some public order because he's not in the city. You actually get a bonus for having garrison in the city. Or it's not really. They actually have their own garrisons in this game. We have 7 farmers and Britain slingers actually garrison our city right now, and 2 assault raiders for boats. But having him in there actually gives a boost, having a general in the city with an army. And we're gonna head over here with our spy, or our scout, I guess they're called,
Is there nothing else?
for these Britannic tribe.
Work then.
Take a look and see what they got going here. He can go about, what, this far in one turn? They can move very far, the scouts. And if you're close enough, you can actually get details. So we know exactly what they have. They have 3 levy freemen, which looks like spearmen. Yep. And they have a general. And then their actual town itself has 7 garrison, looking about a little over 1,000 men, but they're farmers and slingers, not very powerful at all. Basically just farmers grabbing spears and trying to protect their homeland, which they're not going to do a good job of, I'll tell you that much.
For battle.
So we move with these guys, and we can recruit some units into our force here. What do we have here? We have 9 of 20. We have 20 max. We have quite a bit of guys, but I want to get some more. The way you recruit in this game, some of the older Total War games, is you would say you recruit from your general, they would actually come from the city and walk there once they were made. Now, as long as you're in the actual region of a place that can create troops, they'll just pop up in your general instantly. Well, not instantly, but one turn usually. So let's make a few of these freemen.
There is no finer ending.
And let's make another slinger. Usually we can start with, we can make 3 at a time. So we'll make 3, it takes 1 turn, and so next turn all these guys will be done. We're sending him back.
Call this a
Our spy's done for now. Let's take a look at our city. The other thing about this is that it's based on provinces. So the whole province of Britannia is Camelun, I'm not going to be able to say his names, Borakan, Moradunan, and Iska. So Borakan is up here. Moradunan are the people that we're going up against, and Iska is the guys we're actually friendly with. And once you control a whole region, or a whole province it's called, then you can actually create these edicts and get bonuses like more growth, more wealth from your buildings, more food and public order, or more taxes. And that's based on, but to even have these, you have to have the whole province under either your control, or you have to have them be your client state, which is basically before you could destroy them, you can just say you can keep your country, but you have to give us money every turn, and we'll protect you. So you're basically just giving us money. That counts too. At least I'm pretty sure it does. Okay, so we're good with the first turn here. Oh no, we're not. I want to look and see if we can build stuff up here. Yeah, we can. So this is our city. We have a fisherman hut, which is giving us food and some wealth, and our boat garrisons actually. We could upgrade that to the third one, but it's going to knock our public order down. 4 from squalor. As you get to the higher range buildings, you actually you get more, less public order from squalor. But I believe it means overpopulation, or that's what it feels like to me at least. We do get more food and wealth from it. One way to combat that is to build your actual city up. So this is our city itself, and we can build it into a fortified barbarian city for 3,700 in 3 turns. It takes more food, but we get more growth, more wealth. From subsistence, we get more wealth from buildings, and we get more unit morale when we recruit them, and we get more garrison. But it doesn't seem like we have enough food to match that right now. We're using 2 food, we're going to be using 6 food then. Actually, we'll be right even with our food. We can also expand our city. We have population surplus now, and this is based on the whole province. We're only on one part of it right now. As this grows, we're at 3. It takes actually 1 to make our city bigger. The next time I believe it might be 3 or 4. So right now we're getting 3 a turn from this. We're getting 2 from buildings, which is this one, 2 growth per turn, and we're getting 1 from food because we actually have surplus of food. So 1 of those are going to our total here, and once that goes up a number, we can use that to create larger cities. So we have 1 we can use here. They'll put down a 2. You can actually see the city grow, which is really cool. They actually become larger, so you could look at a city and know about where they're at. And now it'll take 3 before we can do that again, which is going to take about, at this rate, about 12 turns or so. But now that we have that made, we have another spot, so we can build something else. So we can either build a commons, we can build an enclosed land for farming, which gives more food. We could build an artisan's lodge, which is industrial, which provides garrisons of farmers and sword band, gives us some money, and unlocks the recruitment of Britain skirmishers. Or we can do a sacred enclosure, which basically where we can build temples and stuff. Commons is usually, if you right click anything, you can look and see what they do. So for the Iceni, a commons, we can create that. We can end up making a chieftain's hold, slave trader, farmer's market, a storage pit, or a meeting hall. And then each of those we can eventually upgrade, and they continue to give us more bonuses. So this kind of just gives us, looks like, more public order and some more money. We need something to build troops. I'm assuming the Artisan's Lodge is really the only place to do that. Where's the Iceni? Well, not really. See, that doesn't really build troops for us. Well, the blacksmith, a bronze workshop, a goldsmith, or a woodworker. Looks like we don't actually have anything that we could just build troops with straight up. So we get Britain skirmishers, which are more of a melee or ranged type of. And say we build that, and then we build the bronze workshop. Does that, and they give us more units? Oh, it actually does. Gives us a sword band. Okay, so we do get our units through there. So with 2 turns that'll be done. That costs us 1,200. I'm not going to build a fish market yet because I don't want that food hit. I want to keep growing if we can. We're still doing pretty good food-wise. Okay, so I think we're done here. I know it takes a while, but these turns take a while, especially... Oh, no, we're not. I love that. It actually told me that I'm not researching technology, because I do forget to hit everything sometimes. So your technology is how you learn, you research. You have military and civil. Civil goes through like economy. For these guys, the Druidic Council and construction. So cheaper buildings to build. This stuff would be more like what, wealth and culture conversion, stuff like that. And then we have economy, which is all, so basically money, and help you with money here, and public order. This is obviously military, is helping you with your military. So this enables us to build this blacksmith. And you have war exercises, warrior code, and siege with all these. Before you get into any of these, you work left to right. As you get a whole section down, you get additional bonuses for having like 3 of them in one's part done. Like less corruption, say, more food. But both of them have to start here. Either you pick this one or this one. We'll go with the war one first. Enables the recruitment of a champion, who's like a special unit, kind of like the scout, and enables us to build a blacksmith. Okay, so we'll start here. So it'll take 2 turns before that's done. Now we can end our turn. And these turns actually end up taking quite a long time once you get a lot of the map unlocked. It takes a while to go through these turns. Right now it's pretty easy. Quartermaster's report, we got our 3 guys taken care of. Okay. So we can make a well, no, once that unlocks we can make a champion. The champions are actually pretty cool. They're a type of spy that do different things. Now our spies, these guys are scouts. They have 3 things: authority, cunning, and zeal. Actually, almost all units have those, even the generals.
Ready for orders.
So she's not very good at authority, or he's good at cunning. He's not, and he's average right now at zeal. And what those do is we can click on this city. We can sabotage it. We can incite unrest, which may allow them to have their own people revolt eventually. We could poison their wells by using our cunning, which could just inflict minor damage on the garrison units. Or we commit arson, which is based on our zeal, and then we can actually try to burn down one of these actual buildings. And if we want, we can actually try to, that's if you click on the city for him now. If you click on the unit, you can sabotage it by intercepting orders, poisoning their food to knock them down, reduce their equipment bonuses, or you can do assassinations and just try to kill off basically their general straight off the bat, which actually does work pretty good. Once you get these bonuses up, you can do a lot of damage with these guys, and it's pretty awesome. So we have a 50% chance of assassinating the general. We have a 60% chance to poison their wells. Now, even if you don't succeed, they still get some experience points to level up, and then you can put points in to make them stronger. But they also have a chance of getting killed or getting wounded, and they're out for a couple turns. Let's try to poison the well. 60% chance. Oh, we got it. Your spy has managed to poison the water in the enemy's settlement. Nice. And he leveled up because of that. If you see here, he got up to level 2 now. It takes 30 to get up to level 3. Since he leveled up, he is able to pick a new skill. So we can go with 1 authority and a 5% chance of critical success in all actions. We would go put his cunning up even more and have a better chance to evade enemy agents. The only way to stop an agent is with another agent, like a spy or a champion or a diplomat, I believe they're called. An army can't come and kill him, but another agent could. And we can put our zeal up, which makes them be able to move faster. Let's keep going with cunning for now. So this will go up to 4. So we'll have even a higher % chance to do any of the cunning actions later on. So to show that it messed up their guys, you see here that they have a garrison of farmers. Now they have 656 out of 800 and 228 out of 240. So she knocked out about 140 or 54 of their farmers with poisoning that well. So it does lower them. Doesn't like destroy them, but it does lower them.
Thirsty for battle.
So we are going to... We already at war with these guys, so it doesn't matter if we run in over here. I'm just wondering if I should go in. I might wait one more turn. The thing is, he has to stay in our region to be able to get troops. If I put him over here, in this region, he would not be able to get the troops. To recruit units. So we're going to recruit a couple more spearmen and another slinger. And actually, if we cross this border, they're actually going to... We're going to lose some of our diplomatic status with these people. These are the people that like us. So let's talk to them. The Domini. They don't like... People don't like you crossing over their border. I want to cross because there's a road there and we can get there faster. We could talk to them, though, about military access. Which means we can move through their territory without taking any kind of penalty. And they accept it. Wow, they like us. It's hard sometimes, and it's really hard. I've found out messing around with this game at times to get people to do stuff that you want them to do. It's not always easy. So because of that, we'll wait our turn. We can cross. The reason we could go around, well, I don't know if we can. There's all mountains here. Well, we could technically maybe come down this way through this pass, but now we can just skip right over their land and head right in here to take out these guys early on. We have anything else to do here? I don't think... Oh, we want this guy to head back here.
I want hourly patrols.
There we go. Okay, now we're done. This game is it takes a while, and I'm a slow player because I don't have a lot of experience with these games. So I'm sure people who know what they're doing and been playing them for years can just boom, 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 boom. But I'm not like that. So I apologize if that bothers you, but I really can't help it.
Lot. Now come the
What?
ravens, beaks agape for your guts, eager for our sword work.
What? Now come the ravens, beaks agape for your guts, eager for our sword work. The Namnates, or whatever the hell you are, just declared war on us. They have no allies. Why they did that, I have no idea. Okay, so we got our research done. Our Artisan's Lodge is done. And our units are created. So we built an artisan. They're not over by us yet, are they? Oh, this sucks. I'm going to come here to attack them. They could be coming across with boats and attack us. I don't really know. I don't know what they have going on there. We could ask these guys to help us in the war. But it's still pretty early. They're way down here. For some reason, they're not liking us, though. So what do we build here? Oh, we build our Artisan's Lodge. Okay. So now we have to decide what to go with next. We can go with our Blacksmith, which gives us our better weapons. And allows us to create Britain ballistas. A higher garrison. We can go with... Oh, it tells us here, yeah. We can go with the Bronze Workshop, which is spear bands and sword bands. We can go with Brain Distiller, which gives us money, basically. I'm not sure where to go with. Let's say we go with the Bronze Workshop and get a Spearman and a Sword Band, and then we continue down the Bronze Workshop route. Then we can get a Chariots and a Britain Scorpion, and if we go to the final one, eventually we can get Sword Band and Britain Skirmishers. I like the idea of the Chariots. The Blacksmith gives us that ballista, gives us Chosen Spearband and Chosen Swordband, which are probably actually better than the other ones, and gives us a Britain Giant Ballista. So mostly these siege weapons. I think they're siege weapons. Or they could just be ballistas to put on the field. That actually sounds kind of cool. I don't know what to go with. We got our skirmishers already. Blacksmith levels our weapons up, and the bronze one gives us higher melee attack and defense as we build it up. And the brain distiller, whatever that is, basically just gives us wealth, which is nice, but I want to work on our army first. Bronze or blacksmith? Bronze or blacksmith? I kind of like to mess with those ballistas. Try to figure out what those exactly do for us. So maybe we'll go blacksmith, even though bronze workshop. Blacksmith's more expensive too. I'm assuming that there must be a reason. Let's go with that. So that's done. Now we can head on in. Does he get there in one turn? No, he can't. But he can get here in one turn.
Moon Goddess, guide my steps. Ready for further orders.
So they're not going to allow him to attack.
None
No.
will escape.
I live to serve the people.
Why don't you go after their general now that we're about to attack? Let's try an assassination of poison on the general.
Fear not.
Not successful, but the effort was not entirely wasted. They learned more from their failure than they would have otherwise. Alright. So, she didn't get it done. Or he. I keep saying she because when I was in Rome it was a woman. But he leveled up a little bit more. Okay, so what else is going on here? We can learn some more tech. So we can go with more ammunition and recruitment costs. We can go with Battle Fury, more missile damage. And we can go with Siege stuff. Or we can go with Civil, give us some more wealth. Let's go with improved chariots for now. Eventually we'll be making those, I think. Actually, no, we won't. Because I went with the blacksmith. I could make another one later somewhere else, but I went with the blacksmith. He doesn't make the chariots. Let's go civil then. Give us a little bit more money to start with. Both are important. I'm curious if we're going to be attacked by those other guys who just declared war on us for some reason. They have a fleet that just left them. Their town. Where are they going? Really? They found our agent. This means that if they have an agent, they know where ours is. They could try to come after us. They actually took their guys and left. They're in this ship. All they have left is here, even though they may... But, I don't know. They could reinforce. But they may almost looks like they're too far to reinforce. I mean, they may be able to. If not, they're like right on the edge of it. Alright, let's do our first fight.
How can I help?
We're gonna sabotage again. Let's try to knock some more of their
I'll just put that there.
garrison down, I guess. We poison them again.
Ever any doubt?
We're just poisoning these guys' wells like crazy. It's like we're like Kefka here.
Hail to the mother.
Yeah, they do get reinforcements. I thought, what are you guys doing? And we're in trouble. Well, not quite. But they're just telling us that they have much more than we did. We got 2,100 people. Of course, we don't have the greatest fighters. They have 822 in the town, and they have 1240 reinforcing. They were about to head out and do something else, and we attacked. So let's take a... I don't want to auto-resolve this first one. Let's assault them. So they have more than we do, but let's see if we can take it anyway. Now, one thing they do with this game, which is I don't really like that much, is that they put these victory points in the maps, which changes it up a little bit, because the AI is all they worry about is the victory point. They'll just charge your victory points, and all you need to worry about are victory points too. Usually you just had to take the city completely, or you have to get to the square at times. I think that's the old Rome. it just seems more arcadey in a weird way, that you just go right for these victory points and that's all you have to do. I kind of think I like the old way a little better, but it's not terrible. So they're going to have guys coming up the sea, so they're not going to be in the city when we start. They're going to have to actually get their ships to the land and then unload their army from the ships. Since we're attacking, we get to choose when. I usually try to do it in dry conditions. Alright, there we go. So we can start a deployment here. Here is our army.
Riders ready.
And group them together and then create these formations.
Formation. Move.
So we'll go spear point and we'll just head right up the middle, I guess, on them. So here is the victory point that we have to do. Now this game also has line of sight, which the old ones did not have. You were able to see their units. If they're behind a hill, you can't see their flag. So we can see a little bit of their flags here.
At last. And once
So we
again,
can start moving our guys up. Oh,
Enemy
here's
reinforcements approaching.
Here's the actual garrison. There's some of the reinforcements, which are going to start making the way here. And here's 2 more, which are actually get here very soon. These guys should be on their way. Yeah, they are. So we're heading up. To the town. Now we can fast forward a little bit. You don't really want to run your guys if you can help it, because see, they know about the victory point. They're heading over there now. You don't really want to run their guys because they actually get fatigued and tired. It's good to walk them and then fast forward it if you want to speed it up. Run them when you need to run them, like where it actually matters in the game. If you're getting somebody needs help, you run them over there. You run them to charge, things like that. Okay. See, we can't see. We're like on the bottom of this hill. Apparently we can't see these guys for some reason. They just disappeared. There they are. Was that because we were kind of downhill from them? Alright, so let's head on in and try to take these guys down. We can actually control I,
ready. Spear
our inventory guy, or our...
Leave the battle ready. Slingers. Rah! Freemen. Yeah! Freemen.
Our general is under attack.
They have an AI group attack thing now where you click on a unit and they'll group up and take them out, which actually works pretty well, I've found, at times too. We can AI group our archers if we put them in a separate and let them attack on their own.
Warriors of Britain.
Our general, does he have any spell? He has frenzied charge, which increases the effectiveness of units charge. If he's within, you see this blue circle when you highlight him. Anybody within there, they'll end up getting special abilities that you can use. Okay, so the point of this game is to rout the enemy. So their flag right there is flashing, which means that these guys are about to run. Their morale is low. We have so many guys coming at them right now. We're just going after them. You guys are throwing spears, and then the great thing is that you can zoom right down the fight and see what's going on. So you can get down and watch each individual person fighting, which is pretty sick as well. If you click on a unit and you get the delete key, you can actually get a nice zoom view where you follow them around. And they have this new thing where you hit N, and it kind of just gives you like a cinematic view of an area, but once you move it goes away, so it's not useful really. We're basically just routing these guys. Now we got these guys, we can sit them on the victory point if we want, take the other guys to continue. We'll bring them here. And we can just wait for these guys. These guys are never going to get here in time. Seriously. Let's just take these guys and set them here to wait for now. We got our archers here pelting these guys. So this victory point went from red to white, and now it's going back to yellow. Once it goes to yellow, we actually have control of it. as you see. And then once it hits yellow, the timer will start ticking down. And once it gets down to 0, we actually win this fight.
Our enemy have
And
lost
we're
the
most
victory
likely going to win this fight before their reinforcements even get on shore. The problem with that is they'll still have those guys.
Slingers! Parachute!
See if we can pelt them with some arrows before they get on shore. We'll actually still have...
Ready!
Oh, those guys are running.
All combat to go!
These guys will not be dead, so when the fight's over, they'll still be somewhere on the map. We need to kill them or drive them off. So we got 11 seconds. Let's see if we fast forward. Does the timer go faster too? Yeah, it does. I figured.
The enemy fort will soon be ours.
Okay, so we won't. We could continue the fight if we want to try to kill all these guys, which might not be a bad idea, but for speed, I'm just going to end the battle. So even though we were down big time, we actually beat the piss out of these guys. And it tells you here how many. These guys killed 80. These guys killed 105. So we got quite a bit of kills. We only lost 74 people in our army. And we killed 767 of them. So that's pretty nice. And we just stabbed that dude in the face, which is never bad. So we got their settlement here. Now you can choose to occupy it, which means we now have complete control over it. There's a little bit of political or instability in our province because they don't like us coming and taking their land that we can eventually work out. We could sack it. Basically means we don't capture it, but we steal the money and damage its buildings, which has more instability, but we get some money. Or we can raze it to the ground, which is the worst instability-wise, and we just destroy it, and we kill all their captives. And the previous owners will hate us, but we're going to actually occupy it, because I want to try to take this whole island.
For the tribe!
Okay, and see, these guys actually are the guys who didn't make it in. They're still out there. They're going to come back and counterattack us. The Diligent Man has a wealth of experience, so our general actually leveled up in that fight. So we can click on him, click on his details, click on his general details, and give him something. He has 3 across the board, so he's good in everything really right now. So we give him more zeal, more authority, or more cunning. Let's give him zeal, warrior. I like the sound of that. So he's done. Our spy is good. Now we can look in his town itself and see what they have. See, our public order is now -21 a turn, but 25. You always get 25 once you take a city or a region. It says here conquest -25, but that only lasts for 1 turn, so that'll go away. We'll be back up to +4 after that. And then there's a provincial instability from taking it, -8, -1 every turn. So next turn will be -7, and then the next turn -6, and it'll drop all the way down till that goes away. Our military presence, because we have army in there, is 8 giving us. That's helping us for now. So you usually want to leave your army in there a little bit to help with them coming around to knowing that you just kicked their ass. Okay, so we can actually... They'll have iron here. We don't have any. Yeah, they do. They have a hamlet with iron. So there's actually iron on this in this region, which is actually beneficial to us. We can use that for trade and money. If you click here or tab, which I didn't show yet, you can actually see the whole world and see how huge it is. The size of this game is ridiculous. And we can see here that there's iron here. There is actually just north of us, there's a leather resource here, and for the Isles that's all they have. So iron and leather. Eventually we'll hopefully get here and we'll have 2 of these resources taken care of. And these guys who actually who declared war on us, they have timber. We can take that from them eventually. Oops, wrong button. Okay, so we're good here. We just destroyed these guys. We are going to build up, I think, here a little bit. Let's build up. Let's make it a little larger settlement, which gives us more growth, more wealth, more unit morale, less recruitment costs, and it allows us to build freemen and slingers here if our army's here. So we're going to do that. So that's good. They also have a farm here. So this goes into our province, like I said before. Now that we own this region, along with this region, all this stuff goes into one big pool. This public order is province-wide. The food and income is province-wide. So all this stuff pours into here. It all goes into our growth too. So we now have 4 growth. In 11 turns we'll get 3 here. And actually if we want to upgrade this one, it goes to 0, and then we have to wait all the way to get this one. These all tie together. Everything ties together here. Okay, so I'm going to save and we're going to end this video here, I think. And that's it. We took our first region. We do have war declared on us from down here though, so we have to be careful about what we do. There's actually a limit on what we can have. We can only have 3 armies right now and 2 fleets. We actually need to build some fleets. 1 spy, 1 champion, and 1 dignitary. As our Imperium, which is basically our faction's power, as we get bigger and bigger, this will grow, and we'll be able to have more of all this stuff. So we should probably actually raise some sort of army, another army out here to protect from these guys and to protect the south, because we're going to be working our other army north here to try to take control of this whole island. So we got some decisions to make here. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.